This is what Western media says Ethiopia looks like. And this is what it actually looks like. African countries have developed enormously over the past decade, especially their major cities. Skylines have risen, transport systems have modernized, entire districts have been rebuilt from the ground up. And yet, so much of Western media still clings to the same old image: poverty, conflict, underdevelopment. A single story, repeated so often it starts to feel like fact. So it's no surprise that when Americans and Europeans actually visit African cities in person, they're stunned.
I'm gonna say a knocker.
We are in downtown Addis Ababa. Now you might be curious to see how it looks like. So take a look at this. Did you expect this? People think Africa is just villages and huts, but this is the real Africa. This is Addis Ababa, downtown, Bole area. Look at the nice lights, the futuristic looking buildings, and they're still building more.
It doesn't match what they were shown growing up, and that gap between expectation and reality has become impossible to ignore. Nowhere has that gap been more visible lately than in Ethiopia's capital, Addis Ababa.
It's beautiful, and I cannot believe just how clean it is. Have a look at this, guys.
I want to point the light post.
Yeah.
Looks like a flower.
Yeah, these lights are beautiful, but look at the buildings. Really a lot more modern than what I was imagining. So many cars on this road as well, and gorgeous. I think they're like palm trees down the middle.
All the way in the middle, yeah.
It's so pretty. One thing that shocked me is the buildings. There's like so many high-rising buildings. It's like become so fastly developed that it's just an amazing, exciting capital city. That's why we had to come here. But I can't believe how clean it is. Not seeing one bit of rubbish. Look at all this grass as well. Very green.
Sitting here and seeing the views and seeing the development, I mean, it's amazing. It's really opened my eyes to what Ethiopia holds, and I think it would be really nice to see more of these images in the media at home, rather than just wheeling out the ones from the 80s that we get fed all the time.
Of Addis Ababa, take a look. It's honestly a huge city. This is a very beautiful city. There's so many big buildings, but yeah, it's the sunset spot. If you want the best sunset in all of Addis, this is where you come for it. This is amazing to be able to end the first day in East Africa with this sunset, this view. I feel like we checked off all of the boxes here. We had really good coffee, great food, and now we're in this amazing nature. Ending the day, oh look, there's just a bull walking right under me. This is Ethiopia for you. Oh, there's many of them. What a sunset. And then in the background, you just have the Ethiopian music. Cool place. We're gonna take this in for a little.
Addis Ababa has spent the last several years investing heavily in becoming a true capital of Africa, not just politically, home to the African Union, but culturally and visually too. Striking modern architecture, new tourism infrastructure, and actively rebuilding its own global image.
We got all kinds of fresh buildings. That's a new one being built right there. Wow, look at the embassy. Wow, we have some good infrastructure, and I hope they continue to develop this place so more tourists can come.
Then, in early 2026, something happened that accelerated all of it. Popular streamer iShowSpeed, one of the most watched creators in the world, arrived in Addis Ababa as part of his Speed Does Africa tour. What followed was nothing short of a viral phenomenon. Millions tuned in live as he walked through the city, visited its landmarks, and reacted in real time to a version of Ethiopia most of his audience simply had never seen before. For a huge number of Americans viewers watching, it was a genuine wake-up call. The moment the gap between the Africa they'd been shown and the Africa that actually exists became undeniable. And that moment didn't end when the live stream did. It kicked off a wave. Once the world got a real look at Addis Ababa, more visitors started following. American rapper DDG made the trip, immersing himself in the culture, drinking traditional Ethiopian tea, learning bits of the language, and even joining in the process of preparing local food and breakfast dishes, rather than just watching from the sidelines as a tourist.
I'm a second Nako. I'm a second Nako. I'm a second Nako.
Good.
Fire.
How do you feel about the coffee?
It's good. So that's like
circle, I guess.
so that's like pancake.
Yeah, basically like a crepe, just like a sour pancake.
Okay.
I miss a little bit.
Oh look, just like the store.
Yeah.
Try to start from the edges.
You got this. There you go.
Just like the chocolate version, huh?
He's actually doing better than me. Yeah, he is.
So this one's called tape. So it's a different
Oh shit, my bad.
So it's dark.
It's okay.
Good.
Finish it up too.
So then after it finished, you're gonna put barberes, just like chili powder onto the injera.
Oh, okay.
Don't let it burn you.
Okay, bet.
Ooh,
Nice.
that looks nice.
That's good, right?
Rub it around. There you go. There you go.
This one?
Yeah, be careful. Be careful. A little hot.
Oh.
How's that go?
Ikatar, yeah.
Nice.
How you say good?
Konjo.
Huh? Kanjo.
An American skater flew in too, not for the landmarks, but for the city itself, linking up with local skaters to experience what skating in Addis Ababa is actually like on the ground, street by street.
Welcome to Addis Ababa.
British visitors made their own pilgrimage, enjoying Ethiopian food and coffee, touring the Holy Trinity Cathedral, and spending time at the National Museum of Ethiopia.
Wow, what an amazing first time arriving in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. Ladies and gentlemen, what about this?
Yeah.
This is Ball Avenue.
Yeah, we wanted to show you Ball Avenue at night, and look at this, guys. Those lights are incredible, aren't they? They're incredible. They're like flowers, maybe because of the name. Look at that beautiful sunset over the mountains over there. It looks like there's actually a flight landing, and wow, what a beautiful city, Addis Ababa.
The time has come for my first bite of Ethiopian food. This looks beautiful.
From the plate,
Okay.
and scoop it up.
Sure.
And you can choose whatever you
Just
want.
whatever I want?
Yeah.
Okay. So a little bit of everything?
Yeah.
Let's try. Wow. You know what is really surprising to me is how sour the injera is. Very sour. Just kind of mixing and matching. Potatoes, lentils, peas, so much healthiness. That was really good. The injera is amazing.
Yeah, most excited I've ever been to drink a cup of coffee ever.
All right, Ethiopian coffee. It's very hot. Oh my god. Moment of silence for the best cup of coffee I've ever had. This puts Tim Hortons and Starbucks to shame. Like, this is what coffee really is here, folks. And that stuff is strong. That's how I like it. Oh my god. I'm not even like a coffee snob by any means, but this is so much better, so much more flavorful than any commercial cup of coffee I've ever ordered.
This looks amazing, and I wondered if I could find out more about how you make the coffee. Okay. Would that be okay? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now you can feel the...
I can really smell. Great. Maybe you don't need the caffeine.
It's a very
You just need the smell.
very interesting one, yeah. Yeah.
That is strong.
Sitting there with Helen and Minnie, I learned that coffee here isn't just about caffeine. It's a deeply important part of Ethiopian culture, bringing communities together for coffee ceremonies just like this. So far, Addis feels very different from what I've seen in the media, so I decide to explore a little further.
So just walking past the African Union, which is a massive building, and it's really interesting because it's where representatives from like 55 countries across Africa come together to talk, cooperate, make big decisions. And I love the fact that it's in Ethiopia. And of course, it was chosen as the home because Ethiopia is the only country in Africa that has not been colonized.
We just landed a few hours ago, and I'm staying in this area called Bole. It's right by the Bole International Airport. And to start the day in Ethiopia, let's go walk around this area and go try to get some coffee. First impressions though of Addis Ababa, this area is really nice. Bole, I'm liking it. Here it is. Wow. Wow. There's so many items on here. We're gonna start with the lentils first up. First bite in Ethiopia. Bismillah. That's pretty good, but the lentils is super spicy. Ooh, that is pretty spicy. This whole meal is like an explosion of flavors. You just keep choosing what you want to eat. So many different flavors coming in your mouth. So far, my favorite thing is the sheron. That one is the tastiest.
Try some of the Ethiopian food I'd been hearing about all day.
So this dish is called shekla tibs, and shekla stands for clay, and tibs is the meat, I guess. Yeah. And it is so tasty. It's so tasty. It's so juicy, and you can see the sauce, if you like. It's like a stew, a meat stew. You can see the stew itself bubbling underneath. The kocho is lovely. I have to say the injera is my favorite.
They also have delicious Ethiopian offerings.
Here we have, we call it firfir. In most cases, we are having this firfir. Yeah, injera mixed scrambled with Ethiopian stew.
This is the meat one. Yep. Yeah, try them. Thanks.
And this is without meat.
Yes.
So the only difference is the meat. But
yeah,
the sauce
lovely.
is the same.
Go with the meat. I really like the injera. I had it the other evening. I can see why it's a firm favourite. Oh, it's got a bit of a chili kick. The injera, there's something about it that I really like, but it's kind of surprising. It's got a bit of almost like a sour taste, which you would think, I would think I wouldn't really like, but it's kind of addictive, and I just love it. It's great. Well,
almost every account said some version of the same thing. How clean the city was, how rich the culture felt, how welcoming the people were. None of them expected what they found. All of them left more curious, not just about Ethiopia, but about the rest of the continent too.
What do you want to say about this place, man?
I want to say that this city is the best city in the world, and Fahim has loved it the whole time. I love this place. I love this city. Come check it out. You're gonna love it too.
Wow.
Here's the real takeaway from all of this. Don't take what you see and hear in the media at face value, especially when it comes to entire countries and especially when it comes to Africa. Go experience things for yourself where you can. Form your own opinion. The people who traveled to Addis Ababa didn't have their minds changed by an article or a documentary. They had them changed by simply showing up. And just as importantly, we as Africans need to keep telling our own stories, our own culture, our own experiences. Not waiting for someone else's camera to finally show the world what's already been true the whole time. That's exactly what this channel is here to do. If you want to be part of that story, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me what you want covered next. See you in the next video.